I thought Circa Corp sucked already on the last planet, but like it really would have colored my understanding of them if I got here first and I'm like, oh, okay, they're just slave owners, just straight up. They're like there's already the colonial blah blah blah. Can't say words out loud today. There's already the colonialist aspect of what they're doing in the previous planet, but like there was like the crass war with the locals thing. It's already really iffy. But then now it's like the next level, and it's just getting worse. They're just a shitty group, just all around. Funnily enough, this is a level of darkness that doesn't quite come up in Outer Worlds, which is a game of similar planet hopping adventure that's built all around the idea of the evil corporations in those contexts and so on. But I guess that's what happens when you have... There really is a missed opportunity not having a native population in those games, resulting in just straight up not being able to explore that aspect, I guess.
Hold here, Spacer. Circa Corporation doesn't recommend traveling in Wild Adean. Katarn attacks are especially bad right now. Wookiee hunters usually keep numbers down, but I think they leave certain areas infested, just hoping a Zerka guard will get killed.
Good strategy. What do you know about the Wookiees?
You're the Wookiee lover. Why don't you tell me about them? I'm sure you're real close friends. Keep your pet on a leash, or you'll be wearing him. I've no love for these animals. I've seen guards ripped to shreds.
Maybe you should leave. That sounds like a pretty clear indication you're not welcome on this planet. That's their planet? Like, if we want to police their behavior when we're on, like, the Citadel, I guess that'd be the Coruscant or something, then that's one thing. But, like, you're invading their planet. This is not a neutral interaction. So the Wookiees are fighting back?
Not anymore. Look, you want to know why the Wookiees are acting compliant? You go ask them. When they rip your head off, we'll fish it out of the Shadowlands and give it a proper burial. How about that?
I'm going past you. I paid the landing fee.
I won't stop you, but you leave this area at your own risk. We're here to protect the company, not you.
There's a lack of nuance. You can't go after them. You can't really even discuss the morality of what they're up to. There's just the only option is to go straight to the dark side option of being like, maybe I should threaten your life, huh? Which, I mean, the dark sideness of it's very debatable. But yeah, that's definitely how to be interpreted. Oh my fucking god! Startling. Just the moment the zone loads in. Thank God for auto pause, or I just would have been trampled at this point. Wow. Okay. Dalbar help.
Ready.
Lightsabers. There we go. There's some damage. When I say missed opportunity about Outer Worlds, I just think about was that firing too? I think it was. I just think about like how horrible those corporations were in that game, and I'm like, oh, they would not have done well. They would have not interacted well if there was any kind of like local population that was in their way of their profits. But that would have required that game to have aliens. Aww. For a minute there, I was thinking, oh, we're about to have a murder investigation scene again. Then I remembered how this planet treats Wookiees, and I'm like, oh, they don't, this isn't a problem to them. What can I expect to encounter? We'll deal with that when the time comes. He never thought he'd come back. It kind of comes out of nowhere from our perspective, because that's all he talks about. He'll only talk, like, if you talk about any planet, he's like, all I know is that this isn't my planet. And he just, like, constantly is talking about returning, essentially. Then you're kind of surprised by his hesitation. But you get a whole lot of context that we did not have at all up until now. I really thought he was going to be speaking about the body. Ooh. Ooh. They shouldn't piss me off.
This isn't good. I can't afford this. You think I can? Do you know what they get for a healthy one of those things?
We'll work it out later. We've got company. What do you want, Spacer? I'm Patrol Captain Deno, and you're interrupting Zerka Corporation business.
Jesus Christ. They're squabbling over damaged property because a Wookiee is dead. Are we ever going to get back to establishing the Sith as the villains? Because I feel like the Sith are supposed to be the villains. And I'm not sure if Zerka Corp is necessarily... I mean... Aren't the Sith not even in power right now, technically? I don't know. Zerka Corporation, Old Republic Wiki. Galaxy-spanning business that controls the interests of countless planets. They arrived on Tatooine 500 years ago. Blah, blah, blah. On Tatooine, Zerka were free to test various alien technologies that were forbidden in more civilized parts of the galaxy. Oh, great. I was looking for anything that related to the Sith. Their affiliation, oop. There's some mixed stuff going here. Okay, locations, Korriban, Kashyyyk, Telos 4, Citadel Station, Hutta, Nar Shaddaa. Those are some familiar names. Faction, Sith Empire. Affiliation, Sith Empire, Galactic Republic, and Kalish. I was trying to get some specificity here. Like, how much are they affiliated with the Sith Empire specifically? Is that now or later? Are the Sith currently in power? I thought there was a republic right now, and I think it feels like we have a currently incoming Sith aspect. Here's where things get muddy, is that Zerka is in both games and the MMO. So it might be speaking in, it might be you're talking about different elements of that stuff. I don't know. I get the feeling the Sith aren't currently in power in this timeline, because I think the Republic is, and that the Sith came back with Revan and everyone and Malik, and like they're currently definitely on the attack and controlling certain planets. Like this is a war, I think. But it would not surprise me if like Zerka is currently affiliated with the Republic and this and that or so on, or is maybe even a private corporation that doesn't necessarily have particular ties to governments, because space is big and all that. might essentially function as its own country, or whatever, however the hell space sovereignty works, but might fall in line with the Sith as they grow in power, because they certainly would get along. so fucking tone deaf to be like, tell me about Zerka Corp. My name is Varlo Thule. What happened here?
This Wookiee slave got a little rebellious. We had to put it down.
Does this make you mad, Zalbar? I bet it does. Dark side, chill. But I don't love this one either. Zalbar, let me handle this. It is. I have asked you to let me handle this out of my request.
Careful now. That growl sounded pretty threatening. Keep your slave on its leash or we'll have another accident.
Just shut up, you trigger-happy idiot.
I don't like playing this planet right now. Do your superiors approve of you killing Wookiees?
Of course they don't. Why would you ask me that? You're doing some sort of snap inspection? You're trying to get me to admit to incompetence, aren't you? Not going to happen. I stand by my patrol. This Wookiee got out of hand and had to be put down. We'll find another easy enough.
No part of their dialogue even begins to even slightly admit they're people. Like, what is this, an inspection? Are you trying to get me caught for incompetence? Like, none of it, there's not even a semblance of any kind of, like, moral transgression or crime. Like, that no one cares that a person's dead. I won't allow you to enslave or kill another Wookiee.
Is that a joke? Who do you think you are?
Request a transfer. Move your patrol off-world.
I think I should pull in some favors and get us moved off-world, men.
Are you all right, Captain?
Are you questioning my orders? You don't want to do that.
If you say so, Captain.
Yes, I say so. Move out. This place just isn't worth the trouble.
That's mine. Oh. That would have been hilarious. That would have been hilarious. So I think we've made it pretty clear what my line is between people I'll force persuade and which people I won't. A vibro sword and a bowcaster. That seems to point a narrative. It sounds like he had a planned... It sounds like he might have been very much having like a planned escape. Like he was in the middle of a process there. Which makes it kind of even more tragic. I don't know. I don't necessarily have a coherent thought behind that sentence.
Ready? Sure.
It feels like a tiny hint of environmental storytelling, because a slave wouldn't just have a sword and a bow on him if he just like randomly made a mess of things, or randomly, not randomly, but like suddenly just turned on people. So it's much more likely he was planning an escape, which he should be. Because Zerka Corporation needs to be driven off this planet. And what's kind of fucked up about the idea of having a light side, dark side binary is that I wouldn't be surprised if a forceful insurrection that removes them from the planet might be framed as being dark side behaviors. which is would be very stupid. That's the kind of thing that you get when games try to have binary morality in them, and then introduce complicated scenarios that aren't Dora the Explorer shit. That has clear rules behind it. Oh my god. I think we're hitting a power curve where I don't necessarily have to do much planning. Oh my goodness. Well, if the fights don't demand any overthinking, don't do any overthinking. It'll save us some time. Not gonna lie, if there's a rebellion I can do that comes up, and it gives me some dark side points, I'll probably see it through. I mean, being entirely true to the light side teachings of the Jedi is mostly stupid, because their system is bad. Like, the Jedi are only that good in the context of a narrative that has the Sith in it as the enemy, because the Sith are cartoonishly evil in almost every presentation of them, especially the primary canon, like, movies that make up the core Star Wars experience. Like, the most viewed Star Wars material has the least nuanced Sith. Wait, can I still do... Whee! There we go. Okay, maybe I have a little more defense right now. Ow! They're landing every hit. Oh, he didn't have any attacks queued. Whoops. The primary thing that keeps me picking light side options in this game is the lack of nuance in the choices you get. So you have the cartoonishly evil dark side option, and then the light side options that I often don't quite agree with, and I'm like, a little worried about how that's being presented.
No problem. Didn't work.
Who has security settings? Wow, you have 10 ranks. Not bad. Nope, I'm the best security guy. Oh well. Ah. Wow, that doesn't seem to have any consequences at all. You seem to just get all the items. Security might be a stupid skill to have. What's the deal here? Emergency frontline supply station. Present Circa Corporation resource ID. Blah, 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 blah. Inquire about primary functions. Yeah, I need a Zerka ID. We'll see if one comes up before I start spending resources like that. Where is this Wookiee I need to see? Okay, so that's a dead end for now. I think I found when I played did our Mass Effect series, when there was more nuance in the choices, I think it came away with like 75% Paracon or something. There are times to renegade. We're doing this again,
Lord
huh?
Malak was most displeased when he learned you had escaped Taris alive. He has promised a great reward to whoever destroys you.
I really should have made a save a second ago. Can I still do that? Yeah. I really should have made a save the moment I saw some Dark Jedi here, because they could actually fuck me up. if it just doesn't go right for me. Do they not see me right now? What the fuck, guys? What the? BRB. AI is real dumb all of a sudden. Not all of a sudden. Ah. The fuck? Was that a glitch? What was that?
What?
I don't understand what just happened.
What?
I'm so confused.
Yes.
Yeah, I got him. Oh, get that flank going. Enjoy this. Uh-oh. Hey, dead Jedi. Sir? Sir? My character couldn't deal with that. So how do I hit him? He's moving slowly. I'll just keep resetting over and over again. These characters totally exist mechanically to be your periodic supply of Jedi resources. Because you're supposed to be a Jedi, so how are you supposed to get your resources to upgrade your Jedi stuff if there's no, like, Jedi anywhere to loot? Because that's how you get loot. That's how you gear up in RPGs. You fight things and get loot. It's like, well, who's gonna give you Jedi gear as a Jedi? Shit. We need to give you some Sith to fight periodically. And they're also your source so you can cosplay as a Sith if you're gonna play as a Dark Jedi. You're like, aha, here's my Dark Jedi clothes so I can look like I can look the part and get my red crystals and all that. That's all we get, huh? What a disappointing level as a scout. And it's a nice round number too, level 10? And you get like jack shit for it? That's disappointing. Yes. Take me to Chuundar. I would speak with him. I have no idea how some of that's supposed to function as words. Fuck. That's not what I wanted to do. Shit. That was unfortunate. Oh wait. Karth is here? I saw Zalbar blurred out, so I thought I had to pick a different character. I mean, I thought it was making me pick my party. So I pressed A to do that, and I got the pop-up instead. I'm like, oh shit, because there's constantly this thing where I press A to pick things, because that's how menus normally work, but in this game you press X to pick things, then press A to continue, having confirmed your selection. I think a lot of similar menus nowadays have converted to having A be how you pick things and like start or something being how you confirm. If they're gonna do that kind of back and forth, because yeah, it's just kind of confusing when A is your confirmation button all the time, except in like those couple of times. It's like the character select screen, like the party select screen, and the talent select screen both do that, and then nothing else works that way, and it's strange. So I'm not really sure what I did. Maybe they were saying Zalbar can't be in the party, so I have to pick two new people, and so I only have Karth with me. That must be what's going on. Maybe I have to like prove myself or something, and Zalbar can't come with me. That kind of storyline. Maybe I'll be able to add a second person once we're out of this conversation, I hope. If you've made deals with slavers, the truth will get out eventually. You have witnesses here, don't you? What do you want? Why drag us here? I would not abandon Zalbar to you. He's standing against you. The first of many, perhaps? I'll consider what you've said. I'll go now. I need Zalbar with me as a guide. Who are you talking about, Zalbar? Play along, Zalbar. I'll see what I can do.
I don't like leaving someone behind, but I guess we don't have a choice.
Are there no... I'm trying to look around the room. They're making me leave. Shit. I was trying to get a good look at the area. It seemed like there was witnesses there. Like, was it just 2 Zerka guards and no one else in that room? He's like, haha, I have manipulated my people. Like, he's being really blatant about it. Can I teleport out now? Okay. Repopulate my party. Whoops. Alright, so that didn't really have that much consequence, thankfully. That mistake. I was like, haha, I've taught them all galactic basic in order to make them more easy to manipulate and control by the Zerka so they can more easily obey because they'll understand the language. Like, that's some insidious, dark-ass shit, as it turns out. Hyper worrying. And we haven't taken Candace anywhere for a while. Redemption of an exile storyline. We have a character that might resonate with that. They seem to be using Madclaw as essentially a, like, witch hunt kind of thing, where you can accuse somebody of being a Madclaw, and that'll make it so that everything that they say and do will be disregarded, and they can be exiled from society and pretty much thrown away. Stronger force speed. I do like her having different powers than me. Got another fortitude +3 one. Yep. That'll go somewhere.
What?
He's just a real piece of shit. I want to ask you some questions. These can't go over well. I am not your enemy. I serve the greater good. Why do your leaders allow slavers to take your people? Tell me so that I might understand. What if I told you Chuundar is in league with the slavers? Who would you rather have as a leader? What do you mean by that? Goodbye. Alright, so we've got a sacred chosen one blade. Is there any way to indicate that she was somebody that would talk to me more? No. It just is... There just is a Wookiee that talks to you significantly more. The Great Walkway. Is that where I was supposed to go? Holder of the Laws. Home of Whirlwill. Chieftain's Hall. The Great Walkway. I think the Great Walkway might be where I came from. We kind of teleported in. Zalbar's brother gave me a pretty easy in by straight up explaining his villainy to me. So now, this seems like the whole thing could crumble pretty quickly if I can just prove it and also potentially get this sword. What's the point of having a bolt on the door if it's on the outside? A bar, I mean. Jaw Rock and Whirlwill. I wanted to ask you about Kashyyyk. I must leave. I'm not gonna be like, I demand respect to these people. I understand you. I'm not here as a slaver. Can I ask you some questions? Who was Rower? When did Roar War go missing? go over who Ror was again? And you can't tell me when Ror went missing. No, that's just, yeah. They're just gonna interrupt. Goodbye. We have a missing person to look out for. And they don't want to talk to me much because they do not trust me. We need to figure out if he was taken by slavers or if he's out in the Shadowlands.
Yes, what's on your mind?
Whoops. Tell me why you want to get revenge on Saul so badly.
I already told you, he betrayed us all.
It just seems to be more personal than that, is all.
Well, there is more to it. I'm sure you don't want to hear about it.
I do, if that's alright with you.
It's just that I don't talk about it very much, okay? I told you about my homeworld, Telos. 4 years ago, Saul led the Sith fleet there and demanded its surrender. The planet refused, and Saul proceeded to devastate its entire surface. Millions died. I had a wife and a son on Telos. I thought they would be safe there, but my task force arrived too late to be of much help. We didn't have enough medical supplies. The colony was burning and the dying were everywhere. I remember holding my wife and screaming for the medics, but they didn't come in time.
That's terrible. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Of course not, how could you? I had nothing left after that, really. I devoted myself to the fleet. Hunting Saul was my only purpose. I miss them. And I know killing Saul won't bring them back. And it won't make me happy again, but I have to do it. I don't expect you to understand, but I have to pay him back for what he's done. I have to. It's all I have left.
I don't expect you to understand? I guess because I'm a Jedi, even though I just became one? Because I'm like, it's really easy to understand the motivation there. What was she like, your wife?
She had courage, and she was stubborn. Could never talk her out of anything once she put her mind to it. And she hated it when I signed back onto the fleet at the start of the war. Now, I had planned on leaving soon to join her.
So what happened to your son? You didn't say.
His name was Dustil, and I don't know what happened to him. The colony was a complete ruin, and we never found any trace of him. I made inquiries and followed the reports from Telos for years, but I stopped. Anyway, I hope that answers your questions. Let's continue with what we were doing.
Yep. So Taris was not the first, and it won't be the last. In case it wasn't clear that these are just comically evil people.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
I was wondering if we could talk.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
What are you thinking about?
Taris was my home for many years. As much as I hated it, it was still home. A rat hole, a warren, a paradise. I suppose you could call it all these things. For me, it was hell.
How so?
To walk down the streets, to have people look at you in disgust, like an animal. Most did not know anything about me, but it was there, all the same. Because I was an alien, because I was different from them, frightening. I doubt any of them had even seen my people before. So they persecuted me. They looked down on me and my family. Charged us more for food, would not let us walk their streets. They spat on us. You are human. You could not possibly know.
Look at this all lives matter ass option on top. Oh no. Oh no, it's the best option. Oh no. These are horrible choices. Where's the "you're right" option? Like the "I understand that I can't understand" option. Why is that not here? You just miss her claims, or you attack her, or you give this like, well, humans can be mean to each other. It's like, alright. Either be shitty, or be weirdly blind to the concept of prejudice, like you're a fucking toddler, and not what seems to be a 30-year-old man. Humans can be just as cruel to each other.
That is true, I suppose. But it is much more obvious for someone like me. There were no other Cathar on Taris. No one to talk to, no one to confide in. But you must think me weak for saying this. But I am strong enough to admit it.
You are not weak, Juhani. It must have been hard.
I thank you for your concern, but maybe I am weak. To think that some stories of my stupid past could possibly interest you.
Jesus, these options. No, it is alright. I will be here to listen to you whenever you want.
I thank you. You are kinder than I would have expected. To put up with me using you in this way. I hope that I will not use your time so badly in the future. Thank you.
Jesus. There are not great choices in those. Also, you're kinder than I would have expected? Isn't my kindness the entire reason she survived our encounter? And why she's like around at this point? Was because of that? I had to like redeem her. That's a lot of R's. Can I ask you some questions? I am no slaver. When did Ror go missing? Why do you think it is strange? I could look for him. I'll be going now. We are getting zero clues on how to find this guy. We're just getting reminded that he's missing. I think I would bet on him being stuck in the Shadowlands. Just because structurally, gameplay-wise, I figure he's probably going to show up in my critical path. And we're going to the Shadowlands. But we'll see. The Great Walkway must be the right path. It's the only place to go now. At this point, yeah, a distressing number of people in my party have all had their home planets blown up by the same faction. Oh, right. Yeah, now I remember. The Shadowlands were where that one guy was blocking me earlier. Haha! Oops, wrong one. Are you helping? Not very well. Are you? You do not look like you're hustling at all. Ah, sound. Those audio bugs are very strange. It happens though. You can blame it on the port, but at the same time trying to play the original versions of this game on modern hardware, like saying the PC version and so on, that approach is also usually rife with errors and problems. Whenever I've tried to play an old PC game, at least. You're ready to fight. There may be vermin along the path. Not very threatening. No, jump at it. I want to be cool. Yay! What's down here? Absolutely nothing. They definitely nailed the appeal of having such different environments. Getting to places like this and having it just look so different from Tatooine, and so different from Terrace, and so different from Dantooine. One of the core appeals of any planet hopping adventure is one of the disappointments sort of at Outer Worlds was how you would change locations and it would still look so similar in many cases. In part because sometimes it was just the same planet again, but a different location on it. Alright, we gotta help. No casualties, please. There we go. I don't mean you any harm. Just a few questions. I'm a friend. What do you think of Chuundar? How will Baka decide? What does that mean? Could a blood relative of Chuundar challenge him? Do you know of a crazed Wookiee in the Shadowlands? How long has he been down there? I seek an ancient star map. Have you seen it? I will leave you now. Yep. I'm trying to get in, get what I need, leave. Maybe we'll have a liberation along the way. If it does, if it does go that way, it's a little disappointing. Like, kind of depressing to think about the idea that I might end up liberating these people entirely just because it happened to be a planet a star map was on. Like, that's the reason? It's kind of disappointing. Not because I found Zalbar and heard of his plight or anything, but because there's a star map on this planet, so we better check it out. Oh no, it's bad here. I have a few questions, Gorwookin. Has anyone else been allowed down there recently? Tell me of the Wookiees so that I might show proper respect. What outsiders are below? I want to understand why Wookiees revere the Shadowlands. Just unlock the thing and lower me down. There's someone down there that the Wookiees respect. The same person that there was a rumor about. That the, that bounty hunter guy was responding to. I always forget about that. Star Wars is always so happy to have, like, funny crossfades and cross wipes and things. And star wipes. Star wipe, star wipe.